Thanks for that, Speaker.
We appreciate it.
Oh, I'm glad you do.
How are you, Speaker?
Did want to ask you, my understanding was the governor still wanted $250 million in competitive grants in the budget. You guys now put it's only $50 million. Is there some agreement with him on that?
There is no agreement yet. That's the purpose of discussions that are taking place now on the budget.
There's been a willingness to compromise on that, or is he pretty firm?
I'm willing to compromise on a lot of things.
Mr. Speaker, what does this say about this DNA database coming together? What does it say about the governor's deal-making capabilities at all? I mean, this was something that he was pushing for very hard. Is he very persuasive when it comes to getting all
Well, I
this
think he showed great leadership. You know, one of the issues which we always agreed with him on, and the question was how we got it in, was the availability of material to prove innocence. And for the first time, you know, the Senate claims they passed the bill many times. They never had any innocence provisions in it, which was always the thing that we were looking for. If you have an innocent person sitting in jail, it means a rapist is out there in the community ready to strike again, aside from the hardship on that innocent person. So if you really want to protect public safety, if you really want to put perpetrators of crimes into jail, it is important to use the same tools to be able to prove that somebody did not commit a crime. It's happened, and it's happened repeatedly, and we just wanted to make it more available so that we can do it appropriately.
How much of a priority is it for you to keep pushing for things like taping interrogations and some of the ancillary issues that are not maybe directly DNA related?
All I would say to you is we wouldn't be the first state in the nation to do taped interrogations. It's been used effectively, and it's been used effectively so that convictions aren't overturned.
Mr. Speaker, CSEA today announced that it's suspending all political endorsements and contributions. They've been major contributors to Assembly Democrats. They've helped your members in the past. Any reaction to that?
I have no reaction to that. I think the public and CSEA and anybody else is free to always assess who they think is worthy of their support, and support should not come as a result of a vote yes or a vote no on any particular bill.
What feedback from labor have you gotten, Mr. Speaker?
Excuse me?
Tier 6? What feedback have you gotten from labor?
It depends. You know, I've gotten various feedback from various segments of labor.
Any positive?
Yes.
There's been some criticism of the way everything was passed Wednesday and Thursday. The fact that it was done in the middle of the night, early in the morning, Tier 6, everything getting done that way. What do you think of this criticism that this is just kind of skirting around the public?
Look, the issues were out in front of the public for months. So it's not that the public was taken by surprise. You know, it was all out there. And the question is, when the agreement comes together, we did it.
Mr. Speaker,
DNA included.
the Center for Public Integrity, though, following up on that question, just came out with a study this morning giving New York a D for government transparency, efforts to rein in corruption. How do you respond?
I haven't seen the Senate Republicans report.
It's not the Center for Public Integrity.
Excuse me?
Center for Public Integrity.
Oh, I haven't seen their report either.
Assemblyman Lenthal mentioned that there's a bill that would perhaps reduce marijuana charges against individuals. Has obviously been big for advocates. Do you support that bill or package of bills?
Well, I think it's a significant bill, and I think it's worthy of taking a look and seeing where it's appropriate. You should be doing it.
So was Mr. Speaker about Medicaid fraud audits and how they were more sort of cooperative, agreement type audits as opposed to adversarial type audits? Does that concern you at all?
I don't understand the
There's a piece in the
question.
Times about how the Medicaid
I don't read the Times. I only read the Post. Come on.
Mr. Speaker, do you see minimum wage as part of the budget discussion?
No, I don't see it as part of the budget discussion. I see it part of a substantive discussion before this legislative session is over.
So you're not linking it to passage?
Absolutely not.
Mr. Speaker, Foxwood seems to be bankrupt. Does that give you any pause as we talk about expanding gambling in the state?
All we talk about is doing a first passage of a constitutional amendment. The conditions and circumstances of it are still left to the legislature to do if and when it passes second passage and enabling legislation. So we're a long way down. We're far from being down the road on casinos.
What's your top priority in the budget? What is your top priority?
Well, I
in the
think
budget?
what's obviously education has been always our top priority. I think it's important that we go back to foundation aid and make a down payment on CFE through foundation aid. I think that's very important, taking care of some of the high needs districts.
Is 4% enough?
It depends how you spend the 4%.
Speaker, the governor said a few weeks ago, he said to answer to my question that the CFE decision was paid off.
Well,
He said that, it's quote unquote paid off is the way he put it.
we have not discussed that yet with the governor.
Are there
But
any
you don't think it's
stumbling
paid off
blocks?
then, right?
No.
I don't know if anybody asked you because I can't hear back here about the budget language that the governor inserted where he would be allowed to move around money. Is that something that will you accept that to be part of the budget or not?
It's something that's being discussed between the governor and both houses of the legislature, and there has to be a modification of that language, we believe.
Speaker, are you still pushing for member items?
Am I pushing for member? I think members know their districts and the needs of their districts better than anybody else.
Is that a
So
yes? That you're pushing for member rights?
you interpret it. So
No, I'm
I
asking.
believe members should be able to address needs in their districts.
All right, thanks, guys. We got to go.
Thank you.